I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2010. I worked for 5 more years after that. After a year of being off for medical leave, they couldn't give me my position back. It was really humbling and quite troubling to actually not be able to work. My daughter and I had nowhere else to go, so we went to the shelter here. I had to go downtown and apply for services through the very agency that I worked for 13 years, the Erie County Department of Social Services. It was difficult to ask for help. When I received my housing voucher, I would say at least 10 landlords turned me down. I felt so dejected and ashamed. It was shocking to me that people actually just discriminated against you for the type of income you were utilizing to pay your rent. But there was also, you could tell, a stigma attached. One lady said she knew the woman that lived next door to her received a housing choice voucher, and even though she knew her for a couple years, she still wouldn't rent to her. I never heard of such a thing called income bias. I wanted my daughter to be in a safe neighborhood, much of the same things everybody else wants for their family. I have a strong work ethic, and to be looked upon as somebody that just wants to live off the system is just not true.
Millions of Americans receive some form of supplemental income, such as Social Security benefits, housing choice vouchers, disability payments, or veterans benefits. By limiting housing options to New Yorkers that already have limited options, income discrimination is increasing inequity throughout the state. So this impacts some of our most vulnerable populations, including the elderly, disabled, veterans, families that have experienced homelessness, and in many instances, it's people of color. Across New York, 10 municipalities have laws against income discrimination, but we need to make that more consistent. Enterprise's deep history being at the forefront of issues around housing and equity put it in a unique position to lead the Ban Income Bias campaign.
After attending the orientation at Housing Opportunities Made Equal, I felt empowered that I could speak for myself, that I knew that this was not right. New York State needs more enforcement and awareness of income bias protection. I think if New York passes the source of income protections, it will allow for people to have the opportunities to move to neighborhoods that they want to live in. Not just only certain people can live in only certain communities. Without organizations like Enterprise, we would not be where we are today on our way to getting legislation passed for source of income protection. Even after all the trials and tribulations of looking for an apartment, I am at this point proud to say that I am using my voucher and a proud renter of an apartment where my daughter and I are very happily living. My daughter is going to be in an excellent school system. It's safe. It's in close proximity to grocery stores and transportation lines. I'm very happy there, and it feels great to have our own place.